Fetch price update. We're going to start off on the daily chart. That's what you see in front of you. Then we'll zoom out to the bigger picture. We have the Gaussian channel on. We're going to look at the weekly time frames, even the macro 2-week time frame. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Patreon for more content. Let's get right to it. Daily chart moved down to this swing low support zone so far, around the $1.10 area. Right, that's where we bounced. Why is that? Well, if you look way back over here to the left from back in February, that was our previous consolidation zone before the next liftoff phase. So coming back down, months later, that's where we found support so far. All right, so let's zoom in here. The daily chart now, where are we looking to do? Well, we've got a nice bounce so far. We are up, as of today, we went up 67% over the past week. Currently working on a big level though. 195, you can see this. Previous support. Look how many days this was support. This green line. We must get back above 195, flip it back to support, and then the skies will clear for fetch. But until then, we have a red Gaussian channel. We have a downward sloping 100-day EMA in the blue there, right? You can see the support that the blue line held. Now flip to resistance, very likely, at least the first test. So it's going to depend on what we do here. Now we also see this yellow zone. We're a little bit of consolidation back in March. You can see also that was rough support back here in April. We tried to hold it here, not for long though, and then we just kind of fell down to our next level. So we're trying to stair step back up. Right, here's kind of the march. Higher low. Here's our high. We're working on a higher high. We can continue this as long as we don't, reject hard off of this level or even where we are now, this zone. So let's get back above like 175, next step 195, and then the skies can begin to clear for fetch. The ASI group, Fetch, Ajax, Ocean, doing pretty well today. 11, 9, and 8% up today. Pretty much the only green coins in a sea of red, top and bottom. So fetch is a good one. So far, so good. Let's zoom out to the bigger picture. How about the 5-day Gaussian channel? I'm glad you asked. So moving down, that move, where did we reverse at? Right at the top. Tried to hold that perfectly at the top of the Gaussian. But here's that, the consolidation zone. Not a consolidation zone on the 5-day, but we do have our 100 EMA here in the blue again. So 5-day Gaussian channel, we only closed one candle in it, which one candle's fine on anything. It's the second candle. If we would have got 2 closes in here, would have been pretty trapified. Word of the day there. Okay. So far so good on fetch. Looked at the Gaussian channel, didn't like what it saw, gotten out of it. A-okay so far. We still are just doing a retest of previous support. You can see this zone right here. Right? You can see that's right where we are now. You also have the 21 EMA right just above us. We got to clear both of those. Let's go out to the weekly, a little bit bigger. So here is the line in the sand for fetch. Are the bulls going to show up or are the bears actually in charge now? The 21-week EMA in the yellow. Let's see what the exact number is. It's at $1.79. Words are hard. Numbers, dyslexia. No, that's right. 179. I read it twice wrong. So that's even worse. But so far holding rejection and resistance at the 21 EMA and the EMA 8 in the red there. See that? We wicked right to it. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We must close back above the 21 EMA at 179. Got it right once. Okay, and then again, the daily chart, all we got to do is take off 195. If we can sniff that maybe next week, or maybe fetch wants to keep going up. We don't have that much to go to 195, another 10%. It's up 10% just today. Back above all moving averages is another 6% move. Not too bad. Now, let's go to the 2-week chart. Okay, so let's look at this. Look at where we went to. Right at the 21 EMA on the 2-week chart. Held it, went down a little bit more on a wick, came back up, still holding. 21-week EMA on the 2-week chart, still intact. And this still looks absolutely just a bullish consolidation, likely before continuation of said uptrend. Right? Step 1, take a little break. Step 2, take a bigger break. Step 3, bear market. Whenever that may come. So looking great on the macro. You can see resistance at the top of the Gaussian channel here. Finally broke through. That's where we start to turn bullish. Holding on the 21 week. All good signs. Okay, now let's go look at potential what our next levels are. Let's go look at the weekly. And let's do a Fibonacci extension move. All right, so let's see where we are here. So let's even go for the daily to make it a little bit more interesting and a little more specific here. All right, so let's go from our swing high, and these are going to be rough estimates here, right? Swing high to swing low. Let's get our numbers out here so we can actually see them. Let's move the chart here. All right, so if the bottom is in for fetch at 110 on this move, high to low, right? What is the next level we need to reclaim? Well, we're right now battling the 382 at 171, yeah? You could see the 0.5 is a pivotal point, right? Here's the level we talked about earlier, right? On the daily chart. Our swing low support, flipping to resistance, 196, that 195 area. Gets us back above all moving averages. There's big things start to happen for fetch at 195. This is great. Really start to see explosive moves again, I would guess, at the 618, 225, because then you would be actually above the median Gaussian channel where things start to flip bullish. The last time we did that, right? Kind of right here. You get above it, candles start turning fluorescent green, then you can get your bigger moves. You're not going to have any bigger moves while your Gaussian channel is red or you're, beneath that median line, right? The bigger moves, this is about as big as moves you're going to see, 25%, right? If you want those 50% candles, 30% or consecutive 25% candles back to back to back, as Fetch can do, we got to get above the 618. That's where liftoff likely happens again. Okay, so now looking higher was our next target. Once we break all-time highs again, 350. I mean, that's like a solid, quick 2x here. Yeah, that's not hard math there. Right on it. So that's what we're looking like. If this is the low, you have your levels right here. 195, close above 170 first, yeah, and then 195, 225. Here's a 786, 270, 275. There you go. So we can do more fetch updates as needed. Let me know what you want to see more of for altcoins. Request below. We'll get to some of those this week. Fetch is a strong chart, although it's showing some potentials. That's why we have it color-coded orange for now. Green charts are the strongest charts. Blue charts are like the A pluses. Not very many of those. I think we got 7 out of the 200 that we track. Green charts are the A's. Still good students. Just maybe don't overachieve. Orange charts are a little bit sketchy at the moment. These are updated on a weekly basis. And why is Fetch orange right now? We've closed 2 consecutive weeks or more below the 21-week EMA. You can see that, and that's the yellow line. So if your coins are below the 21-week, you're probably immediately in orange or worse. And we just throw it out there, right? If you haven't watched any of our live streams or seen our videos much, and you're still here, right? You have your red list. Those are like the D's of crypto. Not great. Pinks are the worst. Those are the F's. Worst charts of crypto. You got the C's, just okay, and orange. Greens, A's and B's. Blues, A pluses, strong as hell. And just kudos if you're watching this long. There's your list of the best charts in crypto as of this week. We have Toncoin, Cas, Jasmy, Ondo, Pepe, Turbo, and Pendle. Alrighty. Any other questions or requests? Let me know in the chat below. Let's get to our quote and card of the day. Don't forget to love yourself. Sounds oversimplistic, but if you're trying to improve your life or those around you, you're going to have to start here. All right. Car of the day, Audi RS7. Perhaps my favorite Audi non-supercar. I love the R8. But if you're, don't have the 200K price tag plus for those, you can go with this. Still very expensive. You can knock on the door of 100K on this very easily. I think they start around mid to high 70s. And if you want to get real crazy, you can get the Mansory upgrade. These guys right here. They will fine-tune your engine, your exhaust. You can see the exhaust is a little bit different here. Forged carbon fiber, little body kit, little different rims. Lots of special touches from Mansory. Pretty epic. All right. We'll wrap it up there. Fetch. price update for June 26th in the year 2024. In case you've been dead ass asleep. I'll see you on the next one. Let me know if you got it this far. I appreciate you watching. 47 gold stars. Just to the first person that watched this. It's now over. It's over.